Before there was a mill here, there were rails. In the 19th century, railroads didn't just move people and goods, they reshaped entire landscapes. Places that once been farmland or quiet woodland suddenly became viable for industry, not because of water power alone, but because raw materials could arrive and finished products could leave with speed and reliability. Berkeley exists because of that shift. This stretch of the Blackstone Valley became part of the growing industrial corridor when rails connections linked Providence, Worcester, and the interior of New England. That access made land valuable in a new way. It allowed investors, merchants, and industrial planners to imagine something larger than a single building, a self-contained industrial community. Men like Captain Kelly Wilbur understood that potential. By identifying land near rail lines, Wilbur and others helped set the stage for what would become Berkeley Mill Village. That decision to build here was strategic. Rail access meant stability. It meant growth. And it meant that a mill placed here could compete in a rapidly industrializing world. By the early 1870s, that vision took physical form. Berkeley Mill was constructed in 1872, not in isolation, but as the anchor of a planned village. This wasn't just a factory dropped into the countryside, it was a system. Production, housing, transportation, and labor, all designed to work together. Behind this system was capital. Rhode Island's industrial rise was fueled by merchant wealth, and firms like Brown and Ives played a significant role in shaping the region's economy. These were not mill operators in the traditional sense. They were traders, financiers, and investors, peoples whose wealth came from commerce, shipping, and global markets. Their involvement linked places like Berkeley to something much larger. Cotton grown in the South, goods shipped through Atlantic ports, and labor drawn from immigrant and local families all converged here. The Mill Village became a node in a global economic network, even though it sat quietly along a New England rail line. And once the mill was built, the village followed. The housing here wasn't accidental. The uniform brick home, their placement and scale reflected a deliberate approach to labor and daily life. Workers lived within walking distance of the mill. Families shared spaces, routines, and rhythms shaped by the sounds of machinery and the schedule of shifts. Historical photographs remind us that this was a working community in every sense of the word. Men, women, and children all played roles in the mill economy. Industrial progress came with human cost, and the village structure made that reality visible. Stepping inside the mill today, that history feels close. Down in the basement, the machinery still tells the story of how this place worked. Line shafts stretch across the ceiling, one spinning continuously to distribute power throughout the building. Belts, pulley, gears, and flywheels transferred motion from a central source to rows of machineries above. Belts, pulley, gears, and flywheels transferred motion from a central source to rows of machines above. What's striking is the mix of materials. Wood posts sit along brick piers. Iron components give way to later steel reinforcements, including Carnegie-era steel, that reflects changes in construction technology over time. This building didn't freeze in 1872. It adapted layer by layer as industrial methods evolved. The floors above carry their own record. During restoration, original floorboards were carefully removed and reassembled piece by piece like a puzzle. Some boards still bear stamped markings on their original manufacturers, quiet details that function like a fingerprint. These are not decorative features, they are primary documents, preserving information about sourcing, standardization, and the physical demands placed on the building. Every scar in the wood, every patched opening in the brick, marks a decision made to keep that mill running. And then there's the village itself. Walking outside, you can still read the original layout, the proximity of the homes to the mill, the alignment with rail lines, the way daily life was organized around industrial production. Even now, the village feels cohesive, not because it's frozen in time, but because its original design was so intentional. That continuity is why Berkeley still matters. Today, the mill has entered a new chapter thanks to the stewards of the Macari family. The building has been stabilized, respected, and adapted for modern use, continuing along a tradition of production. Different in form, but rooted in the same structure. What's important here is not just reuse, but respect. The basement machinery remains, the floors were preserved. The story wasn't erased to make way for something new. Instead, the past was allowed to coexist with the present. Berkeley Mill Village reminds us that industrial history isn't only about decline or abandonment, it's about systems. How they're built, how they've changed, and how they survive when people choose to listen to what these places are telling us. This village was born from rails, capital, and labor. It endured through adaptation, and today it stands because preservation became part of its story. Berkeley isn't just a relic of Rhode Island's industrial past, it's proof that those stories are alive, under our feet, inside the walls, and along the tracks that made it all possible.